So, Porter, we were just talking about it in between segments. I want you to take a few minutes and slowly break down for people what we just saw in that clip, asking her um, about the timeline and the revelation that no one knew Kendra Horn was going to win in CD5. So if Van Zant's plan was to switch party affiliations so that she could run for office, she wasn't planning to run against Kendra Horn. She couldn't have possibly known that Kendra Horn was going to win.
But she's still running. It's important for us to look at this against the backdrop of the donation, or the fundraiser she helped sponsor and donations she made to Planned Parenthood, Sally's List, and all these liberal organizations, as well as marching in the Women's March in 2017. That's all background.
And donating to Kendra Horn.
Well, it would be no surprise at all to have her donate $250 as a registered Democrat to Kendra Horn just 12 months ago.
Right.
That would be a logical explanation.
Of course.
You wouldn't have to guess who she voted for president in 2016. It explains itself. You didn't have a bunch of people in red MAGA hats out making America great at the Women's March in January of 2017.
No, it was definitely anti-presidential.
That was right after the inauguration, So that's the backdrop. So she donates $250 in August. On November the 6th, Election Day, she switches party. She transitions. She now self-identifies as a Republican. And then she sets up her congressional campaign committee on the 7th. So none of that makes any rational sense to me. And I don't know why they did that or how. But it just doesn't compute.
It was quite
to
an
me.
upset in CD5 that Steve Russell lost that election.
It was an upset, but I will bet you they were predicting it because they had all the absentee votes.
Or like you pointed out very astutely, if they didn't know that and they were actually anticipating Kendra Horn losing, their backup plan, their contingency was to have this articulate, attractive female in the Republican ranks to primary Steve Russell out of the running.
That very easily could have been it. And right now, running, there are a number of things you can be looking at. Everything from just infiltrating the GOP with all of their databases and things like that.
Yeah, what if we give these people access to GOP data centers?
Yeah, these are big questions to be looking at. And also, you've got running a race in such a way that it's designed to attract a certain segment of Republicans that may be disaffected for one reason or another and try to pull them away into Kendra Horn's camp at the very end. We just don't know. But I will say this, having heard her twice speak, she has never yet given her story of how she was walking on the road to Damascus as a progressive, liberal, hyper-feminist Democrat and saw the light and decided to become a pro-life conservative Republican.
Yes. What was
In
the
both of the venues I was in, if I was her and I had that epiphany, I would have shared that. That would be an important part of my story. It has never been in that story at all. And just the minimization of that leads to the conclusion that she really is a plant. I mean, she's the meme I saw the other day showing the Trojan elephant, the meme making the analogy with the Trojan horse where the Spartans entered the gates of the city inside the Trojan horse and the unsuspecting city people just pulled it in. That's basically what her campaign is right now for the Republican Party.
This is the definition of a rhino. If you cannot call this woman a rhino, then you are not being intellectually honest with us or yourself. That is all.
That would be the truest case, I'm thinking.
Should we go for a break?
Sure, let's take a break.
All right, we'll be right back.